Clap a couple times.
Good morning and welcome to the VIP Playbook. I'm your host, Mike Hammer, the Ham Dog, giving you your picks. I'm alongside my technical assistant and also newfound NBA fan. He's the man. He is the myth. Folks, he's the legend in the making. TJ Money. How you doing today, TJ?
I'm doing fantastic. In fact, ever since you started showing me this stuff, I cannot get off my phone and look at the NBA app. You know, I'm on there all the time.
Me too. That's great to hear.
Yeah. I found at the website when they have all the teams at the top. That's amazing. I loved that screen with all the live games going.
It's a lot of fun. Watching the games, sweating a little bit, seeing how our investments are coming. And today, it looks like we turned out a profit again as we went 2-1. We made $90, bringing our figures to $450. Folks, we've been doing this for what, 8 days? And if you're betting $100 a game, you are up $450. That is a 60% winning percentage, and we're not killing it, but we're turning a profit every day. So we are going to continue to do that. Please, if you hear these picks, you have to take all of them. Take all these picks, play them, and you'll turn a profit. And that's all we're looking for. We had a 2-1 day. We hit the Magic and Pistons game. The Pistons came through for us. They were getting 6.5. And I was right. That line before that game tipped off was actually at 8. So that went in the direction we wanted it to, just like I said it would. And we went ahead and took it at the 8. But we kept it at 6.5. And we ended up hitting that and the under hit as well. We played that at 226.5. That one moved as well down to 224. And we won on that one. However, we did have a losing pick, and that was the Boston Celtics and the Knicks. My gosh, okay, that just teaches me a lesson. I'm not going against the Celtics until way later in the season. They have a 7.5 game lead right now. I think it's 8 now over the second place team in the East. They are by far right now the best team in the NBA. And they just showed me, do not bet against us. So I won't anymore for now. Okay, here we go. Here are our picks for Saturday, February 25th.
I think you should talk about our sponsor, Mike. I'm really interested to hear about
That's right. That's right. Thank you, TJ. I really appreciate because that is important. We are brought to you by VIP Appliance. Folks, VIP Appliance is known for the award-winning, unbeatable deal of $139 for a vent clean and a dryer clean out. What we do, folks, is we come and we clean your vents. We get up on your roof. We make sure it's all clean. We take your dryer all the way apart. We vacuum it out. We clean it all out. We make sure that your dryer is safe. Folks, if you did not know this, and you can fact check me, dryers are the #1 cause of house fires. When you look this up, it'll say appliances, and appliances means your dryers. What happens is the lint builds up in your dryer. It builds up in your vent. The lint catches on fire. It then creates a fire which crawls into your vent, into your wall, into your attic, and sets ablaze. Guys, call us today. Make sure that does not happen. We'll keep you safe. 405-331-4342. And visit us on our website, VIPApplianceOKC.com. You can schedule us there or you can call. We would love to have you serving the Oklahoma City and surrounding areas. Okay, thank you. Where was I? Picks. Sunday, February 25th.
Let's hear them.
That is the date tomorrow, isn't it?
It is.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
That is correct.
All right. So we are going to get our deal here, and we are going to get going. We are going to start with my favorite team, the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder, folks, right now they opened up at -4.5, and it has quickly jumped to 6.5 points. I will tell you this right now. I am not going to take that bet. And I probably should, but the Rockets scare me at home. Remember what they did the other night to the Phoenix Suns? And everybody was saying, no, I like the Suns. Well, Rockets beat the Suns. They also beat the Knicks in the last home game before that. That's the 5th team in the West and the 5th team in the East. Now, I know that the Thunder are a completely different team than those two, but I'm going to stay away from that. I think the Thunder will win this game, but I bet you it lands right around somewhere on that line, 5 to 7 points. So I'm going to stay away from it. But I will tell you what I do like. I am going to play the under in that game. 235.5. 235.5. Last time these two teams played, the Rockets beat the Thunder at Houston, 110 to 101. I don't expect it to be that low scoring, but I don't expect this game to go into the 240s. I think the Thunder's defense has gotten a lot better. I think that the Rockets want to keep the Thunder off the boards and keep them from running. I think they'll slow the pace down a little bit. I don't think you want to go up and down the floor with the Thunder. They score a lot of their points in transition. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leads the league in steals. The Thunder are not a team you want to mess with up and down the court. So let's stay under the total because I think the Rockets want to try and keep it that way. They are at home, and they scare me at home. There's our first pick. Okay, pick number 2. The Milwaukee Bucks. Tristan, what did I say yesterday?
No more Bucks.
I did. You remember what I said that I wasn't going to stop playing the Warriors until they burned me? And then they turned around and burned me?
Yeah, I remember that.
Sometimes I say things and I don't mean them. Sometimes I say things when I'm angry. You know, we all do that.
Yeah.
I was angry yesterday when I said I was never going to play the Bucks again. And if they burn me here, I'm going to start throwing things.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's a reasonable response.
Not to mention they're playing the 76ers, who I also am not a fan of. Every time I've played a game with the Bucks and every time I've played a game with the 76ers, it's not been good. I'm just not an Eastern Conference guy.
The West where it's at.
Right. I would say if I were to go back and look, probably I have a better record with teams in the West because I am a little bit more familiar, more of a fan of, because my team is the Oklahoma City Thunder. But let me just talk about this game for a second. The other night, the Milwaukee Bucks, they just showed what they are capable of when they went into Minnesota and they won that game. Now, it did take a 21-2 run at the end of the third quarter, which I don't know where that even came from. But I think that the Bucks are now playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. I don't think many people believe in them. I think they've got a lot of people that have jumped off their bandwagon. You've got people like Stephen A. Smith calling them out on ESPN, things like that. It's just, it hasn't been pretty for them for the last couple of weeks. I still, even though Tyrese Maxey is one of my favorite players, I think he's awesome, I don't think the 76ers are all that great of a team without Joel Embiid. They beat the Cavs the other night. I watched that game, and the Cavs were absolutely terrible. I'm telling you, they shot like 60-something% from the free throw line. It was embarrassing. Without Donovan Mitchell, they just don't have the firepower. So that game to me it should have gone the 76ers way. But the Bucks are not anywhere close to the 76ers as far as talent goes without Joel Embiid, who is, I don't know when he's coming back, but he's not going to be back by any means tomorrow. First game these two teams played, the Bucks got them by a point. Very close game. However, 76ers were at full strength. The Bucks pretty much are at full strength. I will say they have Chris Middleton out, who is one of their big-time players. But he's been out for a while. And I think that when he comes back, the Bucks will kind of get things back together. This is a noon game on ABC tomorrow, noon Central Time. And I like the Bucks visiting the 76ers to get their second win in a row, coming off of a big win against Minnesota. 76ers, I think, will come back to earth a little bit. They're not that good of a team. The Bucks have no business losing this game tomorrow. Now, I'm going to have to lay 4.5, which means I've got to win by 5. But let's give it a shot. I like the pick. I love the pick, actually. In fact, this is going to be my number one pick. I'm going to say 2 units on this, but for figures purposes, we'll keep it at 1. So let's go with the Milwaukee Bucks, pick number 2, minus 4.5 over the 76ers tomorrow on ABC. What do you think of that one?
I'm liking the way that one looks. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a star pick.
I do too. Okay, pick number 3. And we are going to go just a little bit longer today, guys. I'm really starting to feel my oats, getting in the groove. I'm drinking my my Just Peachy Peace tea, and it's late at night here. It's almost midnight here. And we just like doing this.
Yeah, we're up late grinding.
We're grinding and we're hustling, and that's all we can do. So, you 3 or 4 guys out there listening to us, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Thank you. And that's all we care about is you guys. Okay, number 3. I am going with, this one might surprise you guys, but I'm going to take it anyway. The Utah Jazz and the San Antonio Spurs face off tomorrow in Utah. Now, let me just tell you this. Utah has absolutely just plummeted lately. They've lost 5 in a row, 4 straight at home. They even dropped one to the Charlotte Hornets last time out. This is a San Antonio Spurs, guys, that's tanking. They don't want to win. They have nothing to play for. They have Victor Wembanyama, who is an absolute stud, number 1 pick. He is the only thing they have there in San Antonio. They need more pieces. They want the number 1 pick in the draft. By winning, that makes their chances less, okay? You want to have the worst record in the NBA so that when the draft comes, you have the best chance of getting the number 1 pick.
How does that work? How does
So-
you decide that?
You have what they call a draft lottery. A lottery is where they literally pull lottery balls. The team that finishes worst, typically. Now, there are some like trade speculations and stuff like that where teams have picks that have traded and all that stuff, or which I could get more into that later. But basically, your worst team has the most balls in the lottery bucket.
Oh, okay.
The best team, or the rest of the teams that don't make the playoffs, in order, second to last, third to last, all the way up to the last team that did not make the playoffs, all go into the lottery.
Yeah.
That team that did not make the playoffs, that the first team out, has the least amount of balls. So, what I'm saying is the San Antonio Spurs have a chance at being that worst team.
Yeah.
It doesn't help them to win any games. They're just trying to get their guys, get Victor and everybody, just schooled up a little. This is just practice for them for the future. That being said, this game is in Utah, and Utah does want to win, guys. Utah is, right now, they're on the outside looking in. They are sitting in 11th place in the West, and they need a win very, very badly. This is a perfect spot for them to get it. Now, they're laying 8.5, and that is a lot of points. And I typically don't like betting games with points spreads of 8 or higher. But in this case, I am going to make a case that the Utah Jazz blow out the San Antonio Spurs. Lauri Markkanen has a big game, and the Utah Jazz, laying 8.5, get their first win at home in a while. The Delta Center, folks, is a tough place to play. Now, I could be wrong, but this one I really like too. I really like these picks today. That's a good one. Utah Jazz minus 8.5. Okay, last pick. We are going to Atlanta, where the Orlando Magic will be visiting the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, now with this game, the Atlanta Hawks they are the worst team against the spread in the league. Okay, the Thunder are the best team against the spread. The Hawks are the worst team against the spread. The Orlando Magic, guys, they're a good team. They are young. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with come playoff time. I wouldn't want to face them. They're not going to make it to the finals or anything like that, even the Eastern Conference Finals. But they are a decent team. They're currently 6th in the West. The Hawks are 10th and have absolutely been plummeting. They are 5-5 in their last 10 games, and Orlando is 8-2 in their last 10. Orlando just played the Pistons, where it was scary for them, but they did pull out a win. And the line here is Orlando favored by 1.5. Now, the Hawks scare me, guys. They really do. The over-under in this game is only 227.5. And that's a really weird looking line, because I can't say the last time the Hawks have been in a game where they've only been where an over-under has been even under 235. So that tells me this game is going to be slow. And I wouldn't even bet the over, because it looks too much like a lock to bet the over. So I'm not going to. In fact, it'll probably be a slower paced game. But here's the deal. The Hawks have beaten the Magic twice out of 3 times. Okay? This is the final game. If I'm the Magic, I'm saying we are not going to let them beat us 3-1. We've got to win this game. The Magic are going to beat the Hawks tomorrow, and all they got to do is beat them by 2. Now, I almost guarantee you this one's going to be a sweater. We're going to sweat this one.
Back and forth.
It's going to be like that. But I believe that Orlando, that they're better, especially when it comes down to the end. I just cannot trust the Atlanta Hawks. Can't do it. Our fourth pick, folks, Orlando -1.5 over the Atlanta Hawks. Lock it in for our fourth and final pick. Okay, I'm excited. It's kicking off tomorrow at noon on ABC with our first game, the Milwaukee Bucks. And after that, it just goes from there. Okay, so there it is. I don't know what else to say, guys. We keep winning. We keep winning. I don't know how long we're going to have to do it before people start believing us, Tristan.
They just got to see it, and then they'll believe.
You know, I love that you said that, because isn't that what's wrong with the world? See, for me, all I got to do is believe it, and then I'll see it. Most people out there, unfortunately, they have to see it before they believe it. But keep that in mind. All you got to do is believe, and you'll see it.
I think Peter Pan taps on that idea.
That's where I got that from. I love Peter Pan, by the way. And the movie Hook. Have you ever seen the movie Hook?
Oh, yeah. I love the movie Hook, yeah, with Robin Williams.
Love Robin Williams. Love Robin Williams. One of my favorite guys in the whole entire world. Never met him. Never will, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Sadly. Yeah.
It's not funny. But it is kind of. I love Robin Williams. What a guy that is. Have you ever seen the movie Jack? He's like a grown adult, but he's a kid. Like, nobody likes him because he doesn't fit in. But he's like,
I feel like I've seen a clip of it, and it's very familiar, but I can't say that.
Well, my girlfriend told me about the movie. I've never actually seen it, but I want to.
Yeah. What's it
She
about?
was telling me. She said that he's like an old guy, but he's actually a kid, but he's in an older man's body.
Oh, okay.
And so, but he's, he's Robin Williams. So, anyways, tribute to Robin Williams. Moment of silence for Robin. Okay. All right, guys. Big day of NBA. We've had a big night tonight. We're having fun. We're making money. We are saving lives. And we're going to do it again tomorrow. Join us back tomorrow for another episode of VIP Playbook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Give us a subscribe. Give us a like. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.